Sandeep, Shastri, I want to bring you in. There are two larger questions, and we'll try and move the debate on those right now. Number one, the entire Adani saga, is it going to be Rahul Gandhi's or the Congress's Rafale moment, or is this bigger, is this different? But, that later. The question I want to ask you is, right before the UK visit of Rahul Gandhi, the entire focus was on Bharat Jodo Yatra. We've done many shows where we've all discussed that possibly there's a change in perception on how people looked at Rahul Gandhi. Do you see the UK visit frittering that away, or do you see it only strengthening?
Preeti, in this whole debate, I think for me, what is critical is, has the political class made a mockery of democracy? We have elected 543 members to Parliament, to our Lok Sabha, and we were looking for a meaningful debate on the floor of the House. And irrespective of which party it is, I think, have they somewhere failed in meeting the aspirations of the people? The House is there to debate public issues. The House is not a place for a prestige fight between parties. A House is not a place to settle, last time you did not allow, this time I will not allow. Last time you raised this issue, today I will embarrass you on this issue. Is the floor of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha for a meaningful debate on people's issues? Or is the floor of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha to settle political scores between parties and score brownie points? I think the political class needs to ask itself whether it is making a mockery of the democratic process, of the whole system of parliamentary democracy that this country has been practicing. I am not blaming any one side, but I am raising this question for the entire political class. As citizens of this country who voted this Lok Sabha, are we getting justice in how the deliberations of this House goes on? Are we making a mockery of the system by seeing an adjournment of the House day after day, and not just in one session? In every session, we find a reason on the basis of which we adjourn the House. So is adjournment of the House the way in which the House is supposed to function? Is that the function of the House? Is that what the members that we have elected want? So
right.
All political parties need...
All right, we seem to have lost you, Mr. Shastri, your connection. I guess you're on the go, so we're losing you. But we got the gist, Mr. Shastri, leading us to many, what I would suggest existential questions, or what many would suggest a utopian concept on what the parliament needs to function like. But I'll take it further, and I'll bring in both Gaurav Gogoi and Syed Zafar Islam into this conversation. But Mr. Islam, I'll ask you that question, because when the Parliamentary Affairs Minister himself, Mr. Joshi, takes such a strong stand, when he's the one raising these issues of an apology with Rahul Gandhi, it does seem that the government of the day has taken such a strong position where the functioning of the House is not on the agenda. And correct me if I'm wrong, that the onus of the functioning of the House lies more on the incumbent government than the opposition.
Well, Preeti, you have to understand that this is an exceptional situation, and the apology has been demanded from somebody who has insulted the nation and the people of this great country. And he owes apology to this nation and people of this country. So it has to be pressed, and it has to be asked from Rahul Gandhi to make an apology to the nation, and something which is very common for every parliamentarian, that when they feel that something wrong has been done to their country, they must ask the person who has committed crime to at least apologize. And this is what has happened. Well, once he will apologize, I'm sure
the opposition can turn around and say the same thing.
In terms of
the matter, the Adani crisis impacts the entire country. We wanted to talk about it. You didn't allow us.